Hello, Internet. Magic Man here again from MMOBomb.com, bringing you another first look video. This time it's for Pearl Abyss's foray into the Battle Royale genre with Shadow Arena. Now please note, children under the age of 16 flat out not allowed to play, according to the splash screen. Now, Shadow Arena is ripped basically out of the same titled PvP mode in Black Desert Online, and this is early access, so please note that things you see in this first look are, of course, subject to change. In the conversion from Shadow Arena PvP in Black Desert Online to the standalone client being a 40-person battle royale based in the fantasy world of Black Desert Online, there have been some changes, and while the graphical aesthetic, if you liked Black Desert Online, you're gonna like the graphical aesthetic in Shadow Arena. Keep in mind that some of the heroes and their abilities have changed a little bit. In your startup, you'll have an AI mode that is required to be played, but you'll see a little icon below it when you start up that says you can skip this if you want. And you'll be able to jump straight to a solo queue, team queue with friends, dueling grounds to kind of learn the abilities, custom matches, or normal matches, which don't impact your ranking at all. Now, this is the actual second time I'm doing the first look for you, because for some reason YouTube did not like the original upload, and while the footage looked great, once it was on YouTube, it kind of started like going in and out of focus in movement. So forgive me for that. I wanted to make sure that graphically I at least presented the game the way it appears. Now, this is a hero-based battle royale, so you've got a few heroes to choose from, some of which will be working in a rotation availability for free players as we exit early access. And right now there are actually 3 that are flat out locked. You have to purchase them either in the cash shop or through a Founders Pack bundle. To play a game, pick a hero, pick a skin in the top right, and if you want to, take a look at the abilities by mousing over the actual icons. Not the bar, but the icons for some strange reason. Notice that we can take an enhanced skill into battle, and I'm doing that here with skill number 2 called Rock Smash. We'll get into what enhancement is and how you do it later in the first look video, but this is where you opt to take ones into battle. The Q and E abilities, their Dark Shift and Blink, are universal across all characters. Prior to starting your match, you do get to go to your own loot storage, and if you want to bring an item with you, you can. Maybe it's something you rescued from a previous match. However, you will have to complete a quest in the game, each match, to actually be able to use that. It's called Breaking the Seal. You won't be able to just use that item right away. As we're loading in, make sure you pay special attention to the oh-so-useful tooltips displayed at the bottom of the screen by the team at Pearl Abyss, including 3 in a row that have some pretty funny grammar spelling mistakes, like brief, period of time, and a full wing coming up here. There it is, full wing, the Black Star. There's one more after this where they say lookin', L-O-O-K-I-N. Instead of looking, but there you go. Pretty funny to point out, I think. When we spawn in, we start in a lobby, predictably, while we wait for 40 members of battle to go. Now, I've never actually played a match that had 40 people in it, and I've played probably 10 to 12 matches at this point to get ready for the first look video. Typically, it queues off at about 30, 32. But we'll go through movement here with WASD movement, spacebar to jump, S and spacebar once will get you into a crouch, S and spacebar second time will put you into prone. Holding S and spacebar from a standing position will automatically make you prone. And once prone, you can tap spacebar to go to crouch, tap it again to stand, or simply attack to break and go straight to a standing motion. In this lobby, you'll see in the lower left of our hotbar, we have all of our skills unlocked. We've got Q and E on the right side of the hotbar. Those are universal. But then our F, right mouse key, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all available. When the match starts, that won't be the case. We'll have to earn experience killing PvE monsters and things like that, or even other players, to unlock abilities and then to upgrade them as we go. Notice that the rank 1 versions of all these abilities are currently unlocked for us to duel around with, and it takes 2 skill points to go from the rank 1 to the rank 2 version of each skill. While all the characters differ on their skills, they do have kind of very similar functionality. You're going to have some crowd controls, things like that, and we're going to get into why that might be a problem in the early access and balancing. You'll have an inventory because we'll be picking up gear, we'll be picking up flasks that let us move faster, HP potions, and if you're in a team, you will be able to drop these items. Picking up armor, better armor, I should say, and better weapons will increase your attack points and your defense points, which are displayed in the bottom center of the screen, below your health bar and your stamina bar, both of which regenerate when out of combat. Holding tab brings up the map, and you see a lot of icons to the right as far as the legend goes that aren't on the map right now. They will be when the match actually starts. In addition to killing monsters, there are little PvE events that can net you nice rewards and buffs. Holding Alt allows you to look behind you. Now, this is something you're probably going to want to make note of, and I'm going to talk about why in a little bit, but you definitely want to keep an eye out behind you as often as you can. With this particular character, attacks, different types of abilities, and sprinting and rolling takes stamina. Other characters, what costs stamina and what doesn't, may differ slightly. We've also got, in this type of game, emotes. Pressing F1 through F4 will give you your emotes. Now, that's all that's available right now are your emotes. There's nothing in the cash shop or anything that you're going to buy emote-wise, but that's something that I could easily see them implementing in the future. We'll cover the cash shop and the rest of the menus after we get through a match here so that we can take you through some gameplay first after we do a fancy little dance. You do have a chat panel in the lower left-hand portion of the screen. And surrounding our starting area is the Dark Fog. This is a battle royale. The Dark Fog will damage you in a match. You can't get through it here, but in a match it will damage you as it closes in and pushes everybody closer and closer in typical battle royale fashion. Left mouse button is your basic attack, and chaining it together consecutively can lead to little combos of that basic attack. But let's jump forward now into our actual match so that the queue doesn't take too long here. I'm playing during off-peak time here. Upon the countdown, we're going to be thrown from the platform in whatever direction we happen to be facing, and we'll be made into a black wisp a la Black Desert Online's main story. WASD movement and spacebar applies here. We've got 25 seconds to place ourselves wherever we want to start on the map. If you'd like to break this early, simply hitting the left mouse button to attack will do it for you. Notice none of our skills are unlocked, but we can hit Control 1, 2, 3, or 4 to spend one skill point to unlock one of the abilities. What we're going to find ourselves doing for the beginning portions of the match here are killing PvE targets and finding treasure chests to gain gear, skill books, and experience to help unlock as many abilities as we can and to upgrade our gear that we're wearing. Finding gear is very easy to equip. Everything you kill will drop something. Press R to loot it. And if it's something you can equip and it's better than something you already have equipped in that matching slot, you'll see it pop up on the right-hand side of the screen, prompting you to press G and equip it. Now, we're getting a lot of skill books right off the bat, which is really, really good. It allows us to get our abilities unlocked very, very quickly, and that's huge. Picking up HP potions always helps, of course, too. Gear-wise, we only have half of our gear equipped right now. We still haven't found the other 3 slots, and honestly, what we're wearing isn't all that great. Here we go. There's an upgrade. We'll press G to equip that. Now we've got a green offhand, a supplemental attack ability. Picking up garbage gear, though, might actually be beneficial to you as you go, because if you get 3 of a like item, it will also prompt you on the right-hand side to press G and fuse them together, resulting in a better piece of equipment, and then it will do the comparison to say, is this better than what you have equipped in that slot? And if so, it'll give you the G prompt again to go ahead and equip it. So it is nice and very quick. The only key bindings I've personally changed is the health potion in the lower right hotbar. I have hotkeyed that to 0 instead of its original letter key binding, only because I'm playing with a Razer Naga mouse, and it's a little easier for me than where the key was originally bound to just slap the 10 key on the Naga mouse. Notice in the upper left-hand corner, we've got a grace period countdown. As the match starts, the first 4 minutes are considered grace period. That means you can die and it's okay, you'll be respawned. And in fact, if you find other players during this grace period, feel free to try and take them out. Killing players nets you a lot more experience than killing PvE creatures. So it's a real nice way, if you can find somebody and take them out, to unlock a ton of your abilities very, very quickly. Now, as we're traveling, I'm kind of skirting the outside of the map here, up by the Mage Tower. There is a Shadow Lord event. You can see in the compass, the top center of the screen, there's a lot of blue icons, gray icons, and a purple icon. The gray icons are jump points, familiar to most of you Battle Royale players, no problem there. The blue icons are shrines, and the purple icon, in this case, is a Shadow Lord event. It's a big monster. Go and kill it, you'll be showered with loot and buffs. Kill it, and you'll also be able to then visit a shrine for some other benefits, including being able to unlock some of your gear that you may have brought in. It's a risk and reward thing, though. You're going to have to do the analysis because, you know, if it's a lot of reward, you might also then run into other players. Personal note, too, because this happened in a match or two of mine, when you start getting down here to, like, the 20-second mark in the grace period, you definitely do not want to be in combat with any player at that point. Because if you happen to get killed, because you started combat 20 seconds into the with the grace period having 20 seconds left, but you die right now after the grace period is over, you're out. You do not respawn. It does not take into account the fact that you were already engaged in that combat during the grace period. It just goes by when you die. And now we get to some of the actual gameplay elements. Now, I've played about 10 matches or so, so I've gotten a fair grasp on everything. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a master or anything, but this game does kind of lend itself to the Battle Royale tactic of avoid everybody until you absolutely have to. Now, we have 3 pieces of gear. We can fuse those, but it's not better. The result was not better than what I already had. The fog's closing in, so we're going to have to move here. This game, more so than other Battle Royales, though. Why? Well, if you look at the reviews on Steam, on MMOBomb.com, on other sites, my own personal thoughts that I'll express here for you, there's a lot of luck involved in this Battle Royale, and there's a little bit of luck in every Battle Royale, don't misunderstand, but there's an awful lot here. All the characters have the ability to do some CC, crowd control, whether that's stuns, knockdowns, things of that variety, and what tends to happen is more often than not, you will die because somebody came up behind you that you didn't see coming, because maybe you weren't pressing the Alt key to turn around and look behind you, and immediately you got stun locked. They went through their rotation of abilities, subsequent stuns and subsequent crowd controls, left you totally immobilized where you could not retaliate, use a potion or anything, and you're wiped off the board very quickly. Some characters are, in my opinion, a little overpowered right now, particularly Goyen, who you have to buy via the cash shop or a founder's pack, or farm up enough in-game silver to go ahead and unlock him. Some characters like Goyen are particularly adept at this and will just wreck any target they come across. And God help you if you run into more than one person at a time and they both decide, or 2, 3, whatever, decide to attack you. You're basically assed out and you're going to lose. Now, that's not to say that a very skilled player could not retaliate from being snuck up on and pull out the victory. I'm sure it happens, but more often than not, it does turn into a stun. Somebody snuck up on somebody, stun locked, and beat them down very quickly. You really, really have to counter at the exact right times to be able to break that cycle. Now, these are things that may change in early access, because it definitely feels a little unbalanced as far as some characters go, as I've already mentioned, in particular Goyen. But it also feels a bit sporadic in the combat. The combat feels fine. It's an action combat, and you know the game performs admirably. There's no problems there. I've actually had more problems with the launcher than the game itself. The launcher occasionally resetting to Chinese for no reason and having to change that setting, or booting up and saying that it's an invalid code and I've got to close the entire game down and boot it back up again, even though I haven't entered any damn code. Once in-game, yeah, a little lag here and there, early access to be expected, particularly upon loading into the lobby while you're waiting for a match. That's usually pretty rough for a few seconds. But the combat just feels roll of the dicey. You know, who did you run up against? Who attacked first? Who got their stuns off first? We're doing fairly well here. We haven't seen any players. We've been circling the region. We've got all of our gear at green or better. In fact, we only have one green. Everything else is blue and better. We've got all 4 of our major abilities at rank 2 already. So we're doing fairly well here. We've got some nice attack. We've got some nice defense points. We've picked up some traps and some other items that we can use in addition to our health potions. But all of that work can be gone in a flash if somebody just happens to sneak up on you, or you went about something the wrong way, fired an ability, missed, and they made you pay for it. That doesn't feel as bad because you fired an ability and missed, but it feels really bad when you get snuck up on and you don't even have a chance to use a health potion, which is a heal over 8 seconds, so you need to preemptively use it, not wait until it's danger mode, use it. We got a lot of... that feels bad, leaving all those treasure chests there. But I had to do it. I had to do it. Now, I've leveled up my second ability the most. This is one I like the most on this character. It's basically a grab a character and pile drive them a la Zangief from Street Fighter. Looks like we got another player that's like being chased by everything here. Let's go see if we can take some pot shots. They're in there swinging away. If we can get them stunned inside the dark fog, that'd be really nice, but nah, didn't work. So we're going to take off, get out of here. We're probably going to pay for that. Our number 1 ability you saw me just use, while it can be used to attack, you know, charge an enemy and hit them for damage, it's also pretty useful as far as getting out of combat, too, since it is faster than the actual shift sprint. Did that? Okay, I thought the player came and got me. This is PvE still. Oh, that's a player. And now, okay, I get up. I tried to grab him. Miss. Ugh, got him. But now I'm getting wrecked. I can't move. So he is the victor. He gets all of my loot. It drops on the ground for him. He got a shit ton of experience. And we finish what? 8th. Oh, 9th, sorry. We get a nice summation screen at the end here showing us what we've earned points-wise. That's for our ranking, our actual level, and our character mastery level, and some silver, the in-game currency. If you like any of the 3 things that randomly display that you picked up, you can seal them, and they'll go to your inventory that you can then bring into other matches and break the seal via the little missions. Heading back to the main menu now, let's kind of go through the rest of the game here to see if this is something you want to check out in early access on Steam. It is available now, so you are able to play it. There is a Founders Pack available for purchase, but I'll take you through the cash shop here too. We talked about skill enhancement at the very beginning of the video. This is where you do it. You get enhancement stones every time you get a mastery level. And the first enhancement, I think, costs 10. The next one costs 15, and you can reset them for silver. They provide some type of perk to the ability. Maybe it's additional damage. Maybe it's a reduced cooldown or something like that. Now, you can only take 2 enhanced abilities into a match with you, unless you've actually enhanced all 5 abilities for a character. Then you can take 3. Battle history shows our rank, and based on that scroll bar, we're middle of the pack here. So, okay, you know what? I'll take it. Not great, but we can also see the world ranking for the top 300, and looking at those ranking points, we've got quite a ways to go before we'll be cracking the top 300. But hey, we're top 1,000. There we go. Nice. We also have a little recent matches recap so we can see who killed who and how we did and how, you know, how many points we got for that in our final ranking. So I killed one here and was killed by these ones. So it gives you a nice little recent matches profile. Under achievements, we've got both titles and challenges. We're going to go to challenges first. These are things that just happen naturally during gameplay. You know, achieve a certain Schultz Mastery level 3. Once you get it, boom, you'll get that reward. You can scroll down to the bottom to see ones that you've already received, and whether they give you silver as a reward, or maybe they give you a new title, and we can go back to the titles tab and unlock these. Keep in mind, though, that when you unlock a title, right now the game doesn't move your unlocked titles to the top of the screen so that you can see them. You do have to scroll through. Storage, we've got our loot storage, which we've covered before, items you have that you may want to bring into your next match. Shop storage is anything you've bought from the cash shop. Now, web storage and Steam storage, I'm not really sure what this is for yet, so if any, there doesn't seem to be anything here. But any of you Shadow Arena veterans watching this, feel free to put in the comments if you know exactly what that does. Now, the shop is pretty sparse right now. G-Coin is the cash shop currency, and unless you're buying in bulk, it's basically a penny a point. So looking at some of the hot items, which is 1 hero and 4 different skins, there's not a lot here. Skins are going to run you about $20, though. $19.90 if you don't buy in bulk is about $20. And heroes can be bought with both G-Coin and in-game silver. Silver being 30,000 for a hero. That's a grind right now, or almost $10 if you spend it in G-Coin and you don't buy in bulk for additional discounts. Don't miss this little icon up here in the upper right. There's additional menus kind of hidden in here, including your profile, and you can get to this by clicking on the icon next to your name in the upper right as well. This is a nice summation screen, so I thought I played like 10 matches. I played 8. Oh well, forgive me. Any account buffs are displayed here. Coupons that you get from Pearl Abyss, maybe for a giveaway or anything like that, you could enter into here as well. Maybe you get a giveaway from a site or something like that. Events are in here, although there's no real events to speak of at the moment besides joining the Discord. In the lower left hand of your homepage, you can get a quick mastery view of all of your heroes, and you do have some daily quests here in the lower right hand corner. I've completed them, so we'll go ahead and claim all of these. Go me. Additional icons that are underneath the MMOBomb logo there are just your friends list, your ability to search for friends, and a chat panel, and your mail, which there's been compensation being given out quite a bit over the last few days. But that's it, gang. That's Pearl Abyss's Shadow Arena. If you want to check it out on Steam, it is available now. If you liked what you saw here, give a like, a thumbs up, and a subscribe. Until next time, gang, this is Magic Man from MMOBomb.com saying stay safe, and we'll see you on the servers.